When I look at countries that have done very well, I look at one key characteristic, which is excellence in higher education.
What would you say if you told them 2 points? If you want to focus on bringing Vietnam to meet its strategic goals for 2035 and beyond.
When I look at countries that have done very well, I look at one key characteristic, which is excellence in higher education. If you look at some of your neighbors, China, Singapore, but also the countries that are resilient in the West, especially the US, there is a great effort in enabling higher education. In Vietnam, as a government or as the private sector, or maybe in a combination, I would try to invest heavily in higher education so that you can form young Vietnamese who will be competitive with anyone in the world. Countries all around the world, no matter what political system, are suffering from inequality. One of the issues is how do you deal with it? Inequality is going to increase, not decrease, in a digital world where intellectual property is becoming more and more valuable and owned by fewer and fewer people, the ones who develop or capitalize these opportunities. And the question is, or the challenge is, how do you spread the wealth and the opportunities that are being created? The idea would be to make everyone a participant in the wealth creation. Some of your neighbors have done it. Singapore has done it through sovereign wealth funds. So if Vietnam created a sovereign wealth fund that is managed professionally, that invests in opportunities in Vietnam, including infrastructure, but also in investments abroad, long term, it would provide a resource for Vietnam, but all its citizens to participate in the growth of the country. The other one would be Australia. Very different model, same idea. Australia has a savings plan called superannuation, and has been extraordinarily successful, to the point where today the median Australian is actually the richest person on earth among larger countries. So the question is, what is the right model for Vietnam? It has to be adapted to the culture, the political situation, and the economy of Vietnam, but it can be done. In the case of Singapore, it was done a few decades ago. You have a much larger economy, many more participants. You can do it at a much larger scale. In the case of Australia, it was done in a way that gave or empowered individuals because they each have an account. So you could find a way to combine both in a novel Vietnamese savings plan. It would empower the next generation. It would make everyone a participant in the economy, give them dignity and give them a future.